there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Lamh marriage Huntsville. You guys know why you are here. Today we are talking because we have some updates on the development of the lawsuit that never was, that one of the Scott swindlers has filed, of course. Well, I guess technically it really wasn't a filing, but nonetheless, against fellow content creators Here for Hot Tea and Black Titanic, and another content creator, True Tea, has been on the case, has also started the GoFundMe for Black Titanic and Here for Hot Tea's legal fees and all of the things. But apparently, allegedly, the Scott swindler is abusing the system, is abusing the law, is allegedly lying about following the proper protocols, trying to get these subpoenas and trying to get these lawsuits happening, except for they were done fraudulently, right? Because somebody received an email, somebody else, like none of these processes are making sense other than it's giving storyline. It's giving storyline, it's giving scare tactics, and even in the case of Here for Hot Tea, it seems obsession. Because why do you want information on her husband? And why do you want information on her bank information? And all of these other things. It seems like this was a scare tactic to bully content creators into not exposing your alleged real tea, right? But here's the thing, right? So when all of this was exposed, all signs pointed to this allegedly being this Scott swindler, this same information and all of the things. And he didn't like that because he was in the process of getting everything expunged, right? He was in the process of trying to delete the criminal record, delete the alleged criminal record, so that so nobody would know the details, including one of the alleged crimes of snitching on somebody in the Midwest, right? And he doesn't want that person to know that he was the snitch, right? Allegedly. But apparently, it's not going to stop here. Apparently, there's other content creators he wants to sue but does not have their information. And I do not understand why you want to dox people so bad, Maurice. Here's the thing. Here's the difference between the content creators and yourself. You chose to sign up to be a public figure. You chose to sign up to be on a reality TV show that is supposed to be showing your reality. If we are not seeing your real reality, that's why people start to dig. That's the whole point of it. And considering that you are the cast member that everybody discusses the least, but somehow you are the one doing the most, trying to threaten people, trying to bully people, and this started with you with the stupid Funky Dineva Awards. This was always the plan. This was always the plot, right? First it was divide and conquer, and it was trying to separate the number of YouTubers that were supportive of Melody Cherie Rogers. You and your cast members were trying to infiltrate that sector. Some of you are still buddy-buddy with certain content creators behind the scenes, even though you say otherwise publicly to make it seem like you're not messy, but deep down you are. Deep down you're all in cahoots with each other. And ultimately, it worked in shying some people away from discussing Lamh marriage Huntsville altogether, right? But even with that number of people that decided they're never going to review Lamh marriage Huntsville again in any capacity, there still is an overwhelming number of support for Melody Cherie Rogers that you guys still cannot handle. That all of your attempts to try to kick her off the show, all of the bullying attempts, all the isolation attempts, all of the lies that were spread, none of it worked. It strengthened Melody Cherie Rogers' fan base, right? And so now, since trying to, get Melody Cherie Rogers off her own show didn't work, now you're trying to get YouTubers off of YouTube. Make it make sense, because you don't like the narrative, because you don't like what's being exposed, except for, if none of this is true, why have you not showed any proof that this is fake news? I mean, wouldn't that be the first thing somebody would do if they, are being lied on? Would provide the facts, provide the receipts to show otherwise? But instead, it's just these threats, right? It's these threats. You requested these people to take down, their videos. They took them down. However, you wanted like a personal and public apology and all these other things. They didn't take down the videos because it was fake news. They took down the videos because you were threatening them. So they didn't want that type of smoke because this is amateur hour. And apparently you can't even follow the correct protocols of filing these motions and these lawsuits in the correct states, in the correct county, to have things move forward. And shout out to True T for finding reputable attorneys that can help out with the content creators that are being sued, and any potential content creators that are going to be facing any type of frivolous lawsuit in the future. But perhaps once Here for Hot Tea and Black Titanic's lawyers get done with the Scott Swindler 2.0, maybe this won't have to happen again, right? And I just don't understand all this pillow talking and complaining that you do to Carlos King, why he would advise something as idiotic as this, knowing daggone well you're not even showing your real life on the show. And the weird thing in all of this is your wife, is Kimmy. Standing 10 toes down for a man who publicly disrespects you and humiliates you every time you guys are filming scenes together for their show, and makes it a point to big up his ex-wife, makes it a point to, go as far as to wanting to basically buy her another home, with her and her new husband, so that she could be in close quarters to the son that you guys share together, without even consulting you, Kimmy, and taking zero consideration, zero accountability for the way that he treated you while you were suffering through cancer, while you were dealing with all of the negative effects and everything else that's adverse and serious that come with a cancer diagnosis, would come with treatment of cancer. And instead, everything's being taken out on the YouTubers that is exposing this. The YouTubers were trying to help you, Kimmy. The YouTubers were trying to assist you into seeing for what it was, the man that you actually married. But instead, you decided that this was an attack on you for some reason, and decided to just double down behind his foolishness, right? And then that bogus behavior that happened to where you and I believe it was Marie from Bell Collective that were in your feelings about people requesting for you guys to be fired from your reality shows. It showed your cards that you guys cannot handle any type of scrutiny. I do not know anybody, reality star, celebrity, athlete, movie star, otherwise, that every single person on the planet that knows of their existence says nothing but positive things about them. Everybody has haters. Everybody has people who are going to critique them, and especially people who have investigators if something about you is suspect. And that is the whole reason that people start digging in the first place. If we are aware of alleged lawsuits that are taking place, of you allegedly representing yourself in these so-called lawsuits for fake court dates that are not going to happen, people have every right to find the truth. But if you showed the truth on the actual show, we wouldn't have to go through all these lengths to try to expose something, to try to get to the facts. But this is low down. Even for, the swindling that's taking place, it just shows that you're bored. It just shows that you guys have nothing else to do but scour on the YouTuber streets and see what all of the YouTubers that discuss Love and Marriage Huntsville are saying. And you've decided, if they do not kiss your behind, if they do not suck up to you, if they do not only say positive things about you, it's a problem. And I just don't know how people were brought up that you have to be fake. You have to be fake in order to avoid people just doing dumb stuff against you. Can you make it make sense to me? If you're a fraud, if you're a scammer, if you're a criminal, what is wrong with that being exposed to the people? Since you don't want to, be real on an actual reality show. Why are the content creators being blamed for your alleged behavior? For your alleged incompetence, right? And how is somebody who is alleging that they are an attorney, that they had passed the bar in all of these states and all these things, are making amateur hour mistakes that even a paralegal wouldn't even make, mistakes that even a secretary at the law office wouldn't even make? How are you supposed to now come for people and say people are attacking your career and your credentials and all these things and how you have all this experience, but where are you practicing at exactly? Where is your law office exactly? Because why are we doing frivolous things and lying to the judge and lying to the courts about these content creators to the point that with one phone call to an experienced attorney who knows the ins and outs of the law exposes you and told you that you were in a heap of trouble trying to illegally dox people and trying to go after any type of companies that are affiliated with them to try to get their information and trying to get other content creators information. What is the point? What is the big gotcha of trying to find out somebody's identity? And the problem with this is you do not know some of the people that you're messing with, and you have no idea the ties that some of these people, they are going under aliases and pseudonames and anonymous names for a reason. And that is because you do not want that type of smoke. Now, I don't know if you thought that the content creators were idiots or that the content creators, were not intelligent, but to try to pull this as like a gotcha, and there was allegedly supposed to be an upcoming court date in the next coming days, in the next couple of days, that is no realistic thing that's taking place now because of all of the lies, because of all the scamming and the swindling. Make it make sense. But you're supposed to be the one that's reputable. So what's going to happen now is if you really are an attorney, if you really did pass the bar, now people are going to file complaints against you. Now people are going to work overtime to try to get you disbarred now for even trying this type of foolishness and going after you for harassment, going after you for trying to dox people because you don't like what's being said. Here's the thing. One of two things can take place. You can either show your truth since you were supposedly on a reality show, or I don't know, you could watch a different YouTube channel or not watch YouTube at all. Because here's the thing, you've just opened a can of worms. You've just opened more people who really could care less about you and really don't find you interesting or fascinating and find you the least of everyone in the cast of importance, that would rather see your first wife on the show than you at this point. You've just opened a whole can of worms for people to dig even harder into you, for people to even dig into receipts about anything that is exposing you. And you open that door with this petty behavior. I have no idea who's advising you and you thinking that you could represent yourself and all this other madness, but this is not going to end well, unfortunately. And if this is true of what the attorney has exposed, that you were doing all this stuff fraudulently and you were lying to the court systems and all these things that you could quickly get some motions pushed through to try to get people's information illegally obtained without proper consent, without proper filings of the paperwork and process servers and everything else and the like, you're going to go down. And they're going to take you for every single penny that pays you. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.